Good afternoon, everyone. Today we have breaking news. Chris Paul has been traded, and it's not to the Lakers, it's not to the Clippers. It is to the Golden State Warriors. The Washington Wizards are sending Chris Paul, the Washington Wizards are sending Chris Paul to the Golden State Warriors for Jordan Pooole, a 2027 second rounder, and a 2030 protected first round pick. The 2030 pick is so far down the line, but it is protected. So it's probably like lottery protected just in case the Warriors are terrible by 2030 and they lose Steph Curry and everyone. But for the Wizards, this is a good trade because they get some assets for Chris Paul, a veteran point guard who they didn't probably want to play for them anyway. The Warriors were rumored to even trade for Chris Paul when he was still on the Suns. So that's not a surprise that the Warriors are getting him. But it is a surprise that the Wizards are getting Jordan Pooole. Jordan Pooole has been rumored to leave Golden State for a year or two now, and especially after he broke out in the finals a few years ago. I guess that was 2 years ago. But Chris Paul, I don't know how he's going to fit on this Warriors team. I guess he'll just be the backup point guard. It'll be kind of weird to see how it works out. But for the Wizards, they get a very young point guard, shooting guard, whatever you want to play Jordan Pooole at, who has really good potential. He could be an all-star in the near future. He averaged like 20 points a game this last year off the bench for Golden State. Golden State, it's going to be a weird fit with a really good playmaking veteran point guard as Chris Paul is. Chris Paul is already 38, though, so the Warriors are building a very old core of Steph Curry, who's like 36 or 35, Chris Paul, who's like 38, Klay Thompson, who's like 33, Draymond's like 32, but he's a free agent. They might not get him back after this trade because they go from Jordan Pooole, who's making like $22 million this year, to Chris Paul, who's making, I think, $30 million with $15 million guaranteed, but that's only if they decide to release him. Then you have like Kevon Looney's already 30. This is a very old Warriors team, and it's going to be interesting to see how it works out in the next few years. But they didn't have to give up any draft capital really for Chris Paul. I don't think this trade can be completed immediately because they have to wait until July 1st to give up picks from 2029 and farther on. But the 2030 pick is insane. They're also trading their second rounder, that is Ryan Rollins, who they drafted in 2022. He did not get any playing time in Golden State. It'll be good for him to get a fresh start on a rebuilding team as probably the Warriors' main backup point guard. Rollins out of Vanderbilt did not barely play at all for Golden State as a rookie. He only averaged like 1 point a game. But Jordan Pooole is going to really help the Wizards. He's really young still. And this is just an insane trade. The Warriors get a great backup point guard who can play make to all their shooters. And then Jordan Pooole is an amazing scorer, decent playmaker. He's going to help that Wizards team a lot. Yeah, that's insane, though, that this trade happened today. Jordan Pooole, Ryan Rollins, 2030 first-round pick, and 2027 second-round pick. I think that the Wizards will probably give the Warriors something else, whether that be somebody small like Anthony Gill or Xavier Cooks, or whether it be somebody bigger like sign and trade Jay Huff, or trade away – I don't even know who else they would give up because Ryan Rollins still has okay potential for a backup point guard who was a former second-round pick. The 2030 first-round pick is protected, so it probably won't end up being anything. But Jordan Pooole has all-star potential. So that is pretty crazy that the Warriors gave him up for an old point guard who might not even play in the league for more than 2 or 3 more years. But Chris Paul does now get a chance to win his first championship, and he doesn't have to go play in a young rebuilding Wizards team. This is insane. But be sure to leave a like and subscribe and tune into my live stream tonight on my SGA for MVP channel, and I will see you guys then. Peace.